friends, happy Tuesday. Welcome back to Math Today. Today we are going to continue working on some numbers that we've done before, but we're going to work on a little bit of a different learning target. So our learning target for today says, I can read and write numbers 4 and 5. So when you can read it, that means that you can identify it. So today for our lesson, you will need your Math and Vision book, a pencil, and that's it. So when you get your Math and Vision book, you will turn to page 37. This will be our guided practice and the back. And then today, your independent practice will be on page 39, and this is going to be the page that you turn into your Google Classroom. And then page 40 is what we're going to do together, okay? So, Envision Math book, pencil, that's it. When you're ready with those materials, go ahead and hit the play button again. Okie dokie, artichokes, we're going to start on page 37 with our guided practice or solve and share. So on page 37, it says that Alex sees 5 frogs on the lily pad. He glues pictures of 5 frogs onto one lily pad, but he also wants to show it in another way on the other lily pad. So before we do anything, let's just make sure that there are 5 on his first one. So what do we need to do? Let's mark them out and count. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There sure are 5 frogs. We practiced showing how we can arrange those in a different way on our lesson before. So for example, like I have on the board here, there are 5 magnets. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can move them in a different way, and there will still be 5 magnets. Let's count them again. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Instead of being in a row, now they're in a column. So let's do that for this problem right here. Let's draw our frogs on this lily pad in a column. We're just going to use circles to represent that. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's mark them out to make sure that we have 5. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Great job, friends. Now, it only told us to do 1 because he actually moved his frogs, but we're going to do another one. So another way that we can arrange them is by putting them in a shape, or more like a circle. Okay? So let's draw 5. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in a circle, and let's mark them out to make sure that we have those 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're good to go. So we just showed that we can count 5, and we know that in this group, you can rearrange the objects in different ways and still have the same amount. So we can make 5 in a row, straight up and down, in a circle. Okay? If you need more time, go ahead and pause the video to give yourself more time to work. If not, go ahead and flip to the back, page 38. On our guided practice, we're going to practice counting and marking out and writing our numbers to match. Let's go ahead and start with number 1. Let's count our butterflies. Remember to mark one at a time out as you count to make sure that you get them all and don't skip any. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many are there? 4. Good. Let's say our 4 rhyme and trace. Ready? Down and over and down once more. That's the way to make a 4. Go ahead and trace the other 2 and whisper the rhyme to yourself. Down and over and down once more. That's the way to make a 4. Down and over and down once more. That's the way to make a 4. Okay. Kiss your brains when you're finished with that. Excellent job. And we're going to move to number 2 with the red butterflies. Let's count and mark out how many there are. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many did we count? 5. Good. Remember with our 5 rhyme, we start at the top on the dot, it shows us here, and we draw a straight line down to the dashed line, and then halfway around to give it a belly, and then we put our hat on top, and 5 is found. So we say straight line down, halfway around, hat on top, 5 is found, just like we've been practicing. Let's do one more. Straight line down, halfway around, hat on top, 5 is found. Great. And when they give us those dots to trace, that's good practice to hit those lines. We don't want any floating 5s or S5s. We want them to touch each line so that they're nice and strong. Okay? When you're finished with that, give yourself a strong thumbs up, boop, and flip to the next page. Page 39 is your independent practice page. This is the page that you're going to do by yourself and post to your teacher's Google Classroom. The instructions are the same as what we just practiced. You're going to count the frogs in each row by marking them out as you count and then write the number to match. But here's the tricky thing. They give you the dots to show you where to start writing your numbers on the first 2 problems, but they don't give you your starter dots on the last 2. So make sure you're practicing starting at the top each time. And also notice they want you to write it 1, 2, 3 times every time. Okay, so make sure whatever number you count, you write that number 3 times. Get it? Got it? Good. So we'll come back to that. That will be at the very end of our lesson for today for you to do on your own. We're going to flip to page 40. All right, with your pencil, let's count and mark out the bugs. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many did we count? 4, that's right. We're going to write our first 4 on the left side of the line. Ready? Down and over and down once more. That's the way to make a 4. Good. And then to save ourselves some room, make sure that we don't write our 4s on top of each other. We want a finger space. So with the finger that you're not using on the opposite hand, you're going to put it there as your spacer and write your next 4. Down and over and down once more. That's the way to make a 4. And an easier way to say that is the hand that's holding your paper is going to be your finger spacer hand. So you're going to put your finger there and leave some space, and on the other side of it, write your 4 again. Down and over and down once more. That's the way to make a 4. Good job. If you need more time to practice making nice 4s, you can pause the video and restart it when you're ready. We're going to move down to the next problem where we're going to count and mark out and write our matching number. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many did we count? 5. Good job. So starting on the left, we're going to write our first 5, and we start at the top with our straight line down, halfway around, hat on top, 5 is found. We're going to finger space like we did before and do another one. Straight line down, halfway around, hat on top, 5 is found. And are we finished yet? No sirree. We have to write 3. So one more practice with our number 5, finger space, and write your next 5. Straight line down, halfway around, hat on top, 5 is found. Excelente. If you need more time, you can pause the video and keep writing those 5s. If you're ready to move on, then we're going to come down to our challenger. We're going to use pencil still for our challenger. And looking at our problem, we see 2 different color birds. What bird do you see on the top? Blue. Good. What bird do you see on the bottom? Yellow. That's right. So what we're going to do, we're going to count our bluebirds first, and we are going to use our boxes like we've done in our other lessons and write our number to show how many there are. So let's start by counting and marking out the blue. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many did we count? 5. Before our brains forget it, let's write it on the line next to our bluebird to show that there are 5 of them. Ready? Straight line down, halfway around, hat on top, 5 is found. Good. Now we're going to take our pencil and we're going to color 5 of those boxes. So we're going to color 1 at a time, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Wow, we colored all the boxes in that row. So that shows that there are 5 boxes, which means that there are 5 blue birds. We colored all 5 of them to match. Okay, if you need more time to write your 5 or color those 5 boxes, go ahead and pause the video and do that now. If you're ready to move on, let's go ahead and count our next bird. What color is that bird? Yellow, that's right. So let's go ahead and count and mark out our yellow birds. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh. All right, let's write that 4 next to our yellow bird before we forget. Ready? Down and over and down once more. That's the way to make a 4. So how many boxes are we going to color next to our yellow bird now? That's right, just 4. And remember, when we read, write, and count, we go from left to right. So we're going to do the same with our boxes. So we're going to color 1, a 2, a 3, and 4. Oh, wow, look at that. When I color 4 boxes, how many are left white? 1. So zippity quick, our eyeballs can subitize and tell that there are more bluebirds than there are yellow birds. Very good. If you need to pause the video to give yourself more time to write your 4 and fill in your boxes, go ahead and do that now. If you are ready to move on, then you can flip back to page 39 for your independent practice for today. Keep up the great work, friends. Keep hitting that learning target, practicing reading and writing your numbers 4 and 5, and I will see you tomorrow for your next math lesson.